It's one of those videos again where I want to comment because I have held back for a couple of days since this event took off there in Israel. I'm no expert on Israeli politics and the war in the 70s or anything, but when this event took off, to myself, I just felt like a lot of people maybe that this event just seemed to arrive just at the right time, just as the media was beginning to turn away from Ukraine. In fact, in my own town where I live in Barnsley, I'd gone to work, I think it was Friday, and I'd noticed on the town hall, because I work next to it almost, and I'd noticed that they'd taken the Ukraine flag down, and I just thought, well, maybe they'd contacted all councils and told them to take their Ukraine flags down, but lo and behold, I'd mentioned it, and then the next day it was back up, so they replaced something British, something to do with the British Army, and then replaced it again with the Ukrainian flag. So how long that will last for, I don't know, especially now that this thing's taken off. I know some people that will be happy about another war taking off, and that's the people that point out these maps. I noticed that it had deep state in its title as well, that this seemed to point out a lot, but it doesn't take, well, there's no editing, is there, in these videos? They're just moving the cursor up and down these dots, and just, if you've got a Russian voice, Ukrainian voice, then you seem to get 50,000 views per video. And believe me, I have gone out of my way to stay away on speaking on these racial topics, because it's almost like the more people that they get speaking on it, it gives life to it, takes off, yeah. Because obviously they're wanting people to turn against each other, especially people that are native to their own countries. So then they can call them nationals because they seem to be mad on this multiculturalism, yeah. Even though the population, the main part of their population, each nation, the people don't want it. We've always had a minority of people, yeah, a balance that we can deal with, but ramming it down people's throats, along with intersexual relationships, gay agenda, LGBT, bacon sandwich, garbage, it's too forced. It's turning people against it. You're putting people off, especially people from back when I was born. We come from a different era. You're never going to re-educate us, put it that way. You know, you educated us one way, and now you're trying to brainwash us a different way. It's just not going to happen. And something that's becoming a harsh reality to people in the West and these neocons is because we only account for 20% of the world's population, and yet we've been thinking that we can impose our will across the world, and that seems to be coming to an end, thankfully. And certain nations seem like they're kicking and screaming all the way to the bank, because that's where they're going to be taken to. But we can see from what I've just shared on the screen that this multiculturalism and just fetching people over the border across Europe and America, people that have got no real skills. You can't just fetch a lot of people across into your country and just think that they can all just open shops up. Most of these people would deal with the black market. It's just not going to work. I mean, look at the state of it.